On January 14th, 2026, Google did something to YouTube that almost no one noticed, and it's the reason your views look completely different right now. I'm talking about the day Google plugged Gemini directly into the brain of YouTube and gave it permission to decide who watches what. And then, overnight, the rules every creator built their channel on just stopped working. If your views have been weirdly inconsistent, viral one week, ghost town the next, this is why. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what Gemini is looking at, why small channels are suddenly outperforming million subscriber channels, and the one shift you can make this week that puts you on the right side of this update. If you don't know me already, my name's Heidi, and I have over 500,000 followers on Instagram teaching business owners, celebrity clients, and media companies how to leverage data in order to go viral and build a strong brand while doing so. If you're new here, this channel is where I break down what's actually moving on YouTube and social media at this exact moment. Not the recycled advice you've heard 1,000 times, but the actual data points, case studies, and social media news that happened yesterday that changes what you do today. So let's get into it. First, the setup. Here's what most creators got wrong. They thought January 14th was a metadata update. They rushed to optimize their titles, swap their tags, rewrite their descriptions, and their views kept dropping anyway. That's because Gemini doesn't read your video the way the old algorithm did. The old algorithm was basically a librarian. It looked at the cover, read the title, scanned the tags, and filed your video on a shelf. Gemini watches your video, like actually watches it the way a human would. It listens to your tone. It reads the text on screen. It analyzes the emotion of your background music. It picks up on visual mood. And then it assigns your video something called a semantic ID, which is a fancy way of saying a fingerprint of what your video really is, not what you claimed it was. Let me make that concrete. Say you upload a video titled How to Grow on YouTube in 2026. Old algorithm sees that title, sees the tags, ranks it for YouTube growth. Done. Gemini watches the whole thing, notices you're actually talking about thumbnails for the first 6 minutes, picks up that your tone is calm and slow, sees that your B-roll is mostly design work, and it goes, okay, this isn't really a growth video. This is a thumbnail design video for beginners, and it starts recommending it to that audience instead. Sometimes that's amazing. Sometimes that's why your video tanked. And this is where it gets weirder, because Gemini isn't just looking at the video, it's looking at you, the viewer. And what it knows about you now is honestly kind of unsettling. After the January update, Gemini got cross-platform awareness, meaning the version of YouTube you open on your phone right now is being shaped by your Gmail, your Google searches, your Drive activity, your Maps history, all of it in real time. Imagine you're driving and you get a flat tire. You pull over, you search tow trucks near me, then you Google how to change a tire. You open YouTube 5 minutes later. The first video on your homepage isn't your subscriptions. It isn't the channel you watch every day. It's a 3-minute no-fluff tire change tutorial from a creator you've never heard of. Gemini registered the pattern: stress, urgency, real-world problem. And it served you the video that would solve that problem the fastest, even if that creator has 800 subscribers. This is why you've been seeing tiny channels explode out of nowhere this year. It's not luck. It's not the small creator boost people keep memeing about. It's that Gemini stopped caring about your subscriber count and started caring about whether your video is the right answer to a viewer's current moment. So if Gemini is watching everything, what is it actually rewarding? Because this is where most creator advice gets it completely backwards. The old metric was watch time. Longer was better. Stretch your videos, pad your intros, talk slow. Get them to 12 minutes for that mid-roll. Gemini does not care. Gemini measures something called satisfaction. And satisfaction has a really weird side effect. It rewards what Google internally calls good abandonment. Good abandonment means somebody watched your video, got the answer they came for in 2.5 minutes, closed the tab, and went on with their day happy. Under the old system, that looked like a retention failure. Under Gemini, that's a win, because the viewer got what they needed efficiently. This is why you're seeing 5-minute videos outperform 15-minute videos in the same niche right now. It's not that long videos are dead, it's that padded videos are dead. If your value is 2 minutes long, stretching it to 10 is now actively hurting you. Cut the fluff, deliver the thing, let people leave. Gemini is reading your comment section. Yeah, and it's using what it sees there to decide whether to keep promoting you. The comment section used to be window dressing, a vanity metric. Now it's a ranking factor because Gemini can read sentiment now the same way it reads everything else. And the overall vibe of your comments tells the algorithm whether your audience is actually getting value or not. Positive, engaged, specific comments, Gemini reads that as a satisfied audience and pushes your video harder. Negative, dismissive, low effort comments, Gemini reads that as a poor match and quietly turns off the distribution tap, which means your call to action just completely changed. Smash that like and subscribe is dead weight. It does nothing for Gemini. What you actually want is to ask a specific question that gets people to leave a thoughtful, on-topic answer. That's the signal that moves the needle now. So with all of that on the table, here's what you need to actually do with this information, because most people are about to overcomplicate this. There are 3 shifts. That's it. First, your thumbnail and title have to make a promise that the first 10 seconds of your video keeps. Gemini watches the opening. If your title says 5 mistakes and you're still introducing yourself 30 seconds in, the semantic ID you get is rambling video, not 5 mistakes video. Whatever you promise on the outside, deliver on the inside immediately. Second, edit for value density, not video length. Look at every section of your script and ask, is this earning its place or is this filler? If it's filler, cut it. A tight 6-minute video will beat a bloated 12-minute video every time under this update. I promise you. Third, design for engaged comments, not vanity comments. Build one specific answerable question into every video. Don't ask, what do you think? Ask something narrow that requires actual thought. Those are the comments Gemini reads as signal. That's it. 3 shifts: promise alignment, value density, signal grade engagement. Most creators are going to spend the next 6 months tweaking thumbnails. You're going to be ahead of them by tomorrow. And look, I know an update like this can feel scary. 2 algorithms running side by side, an AI that watches your videos, a system that reads your audience's mood. It sounds dystopian until you realize what it actually means. It means the game stopped being about who can game the system the hardest. It started being about who can serve their audience the clearest, which is honestly the version of YouTube most of us wanted in the first place. The creators who adapt to how Gemini thinks are going to eat for the next 2 years. The ones who keep optimizing for the 2023 algorithm are going to wonder why their numbers keep slipping. You now know which side of that line to be on. So if you haven't already, go click that subscribe button if you want instant social media news that actually matters.